Good morning. This is Joanna Rochester and Real Talk Soul Alchemy Wellness Edition. I wanted to talk to you today. Sorry, I always have that desire to go, good morning, Vietnam. Anyways, today I want to talk to you about your immune system. With everything going on in the world and the vaccine and COVID and just the state of our world, it kind of drives me crazy that we're not talking about boosting our immune system. All it is focused on disease. But instead, if we do preventative medicine, then we can actually help our bodies prepare for something like this virus that is running through our system. We won't get into whether it's a virus or flu or any of those little things, but just so you know how to boost your immune system so that you can give your body all the tools it needs to heal itself, because we are designed to heal ourselves. We've just forgotten how. So I'm Joanna Rochester, and I am the Soul Alchemist. I help people become aware of their story. Your story that has been created on a lifetime journey that you have undertaken, and that story limits you because it is all the things that you've heard about yourself, been told about yourself, heard said about yourself, things you say about yourself. All of these pieces come together and create this story that is not the true you, and it prevents you from uncovering the true you and becoming, stepping into alignment with what your soul wants for you. And that's what our journey on this planet is all about, remembering who we are and coming to a place of seeing ourselves as God, as deserving, as being worthy and enough. And when we can see that in ourselves, then we can see it in those around us. So, Real Talk Soul Alchemy. So this is a wellness edition, and here I talk more about the physical and the more mundane ways to heal your body. Wellness is all about that emotional, the spiritual, the physical transformation that takes place that will help you achieve and make you feel as good as you're meant to feel. So to boost your immune system, this is one thing that, it is a process. It's not simple steps. There's lots of products that you can buy in the market that will help you boost your immune system. They're going to include a lot of antioxidants. So giving your body the tools that it needs to fight off the free radicals that are released when your body breaks down food. And it's those free radicals that are released that, and not only breaks down food, but when we're under stress and exposed to so many of the toxins that are in our world. The free radicals cause the damage, they cause aging. And when we can give our body the tools that it needs to devour to get rid of those free radicals, then we can stop the aging process or slow it down the way we'd like it to be. So the immune system is an amazing system, and in different religions, different teachings, it's called different things, whether it's your chi, and it's all part and parcel with different aspects, because of course within your immune system there is that physical response to any pathogens that are recognized in the system. So if we can do things like reduce inflammation, reduce toxicity within our body, hydrate our bodies the way it needs to be, then we can help our body heal itself the way it's designed to heal itself. So I kind of put together 7 of the top ways to boost your immune system. There's a few more than 7 here, but kind of some of the 7 of the most basic things that you can do to boost your immune system and to come back to a place of wellness and real health for the long term. So one of the first things to boost your immune system is to get a good night's sleep. And I know that's challenging, especially as we age. We have issues getting to sleep or getting a full night's sleep. If you can't fall asleep, try melatonin. But if you fall asleep and wake up, then you may need magnesium. It's very challenging. Something like 60 to 70% of the population is deficient in magnesium. So supplementing with it is really a good idea. And that magnesium can be taken. This is a big question for people. So you're going to have to play with it and see, because you may want to take it before you go to bed. But for some people that irritates your system. So others take it in the morning. I take mine in the morning. And magnesium is a great tool. Calcium causes your muscles to contract. contract. Probably said this a million times, but calcium causes your muscles to contract, and then magnesium causes them to release. Obviously, that's a very simplified way of putting it, but so if you have restless leg at night, you're constipated. If you fall asleep and wake up and find yourself restless, magnesium could be a good tool for you. If you have a lot of cramping in your legs, you may need to add extra magnesium. And a magnesium supplement that I prefer is the bisglycinate, and I purchase it just on its own. You can get mixtures of calcium and magnesium together, and that's what we most often see. But there is a lot of question about any calcium that you put in your body and whether your body is able to actually absorb it or if it just gets passed on through. And, the degree of calcium that you need, well, that's a whole other question, with regards to milk, etc. So we won't touch on that today. But build your immune system. There's so much work that's done by your body at night to get rid of toxins, to clean out the cells, to allow the systems to detoxify themselves. That rest gives your body the break that it needs to take care of itself. So if you can get, and there's all kinds of studies showing you, if you get approximately 7 hours of sleep at night, then you will get the benefits. And ideally, you're getting that REM sleep, so you're falling into a deep enough sleep. And some people say, well, I don't need 6 hours sleep. Well, some people don't, right? There's nothing written in stone, but the average person needs about 7 hours sleep. And, more than that, you're probably, you're probably getting too much sleep, and you probably wake up not feeling good either. But 6 to 7 hours sleep a night. And so to do that, there's all kinds of tools that I'm sure if you're not getting sleep, that you probably read about, turning off your screens a half an hour before you go to bed. Even if you read at night, then take your screen and turn it to a more natural night light, or turn down the light on it and, turn off the lights. Sleep with an eye cover, because that makes a significant difference. I used to laugh at my daughter when she told me to do that, but now I've come to realize how much better night's sleep that I can get if I do have an eye cover on. And, so shutting off so there's no light, not from a clock or a TV or, anything, ideally your phone, you put it into sleep mode at night so you're not bothered. So there's lots of tools that you can do to get a better night's sleep. And sleep is closely tied to immunity. So there's a direct correlation between getting a good night's sleep and the state of your immune system. The next one is your diet, of course, right? There's a huge component. The diet is a huge component. It's not the only component by any stretch, as we'll go into, but good fats, good saturated fats in your diet. They decrease inflammation when you get good fats in there. And olive oil, coconut oil, avocado, omega-3s. If you're eating processed foods, you only need omega-3. But if you don't eat processed foods, you have a very clean diet, then you need the omega-3, 6, 9. And if you could just go to a health food store, and ideally you're buying from a health food store as opposed to a local drugstore, you're going to get a better product. Or Costco. I'm not a fan of Costco products. I just don't believe that the quality is there the way we'd like it to be. Along with diet, a wide variety of foods, and ideally more plant-based foods. That extra fiber, the vitamin C, the antioxidants that you're going to get from a wide variety of plant-based foods is going to really boost your immune system and do a lot for you. Not only your immune system, but your skin, your joints, your brain, all of these things, weight loss, all these things will help you function at a higher level. And that's one of the big things with regards to immune system, and is to, get your weight to a place that's right for you. So that will really help you. So whole foods, it's essential on so many different levels. And ideally, if you can go organic, that's wonderful. If you can't go organic, it's too expensive, or here in Southwestern Ontario, the supply of organic foods is limited sometimes, the fresh fruits and vegetables anyways. But if you can go, and the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org, has a great website that gives you a whole list of foods that they suggest you purchase organic, if at all possible. The thinner the skin, the better. But they also have a great website where you can plug in the skincare products that you use, and the skincare products. Hi, Tony. The skincare products that you use and whether or not they're actually good for you. Because a lot of times the skincare products out there are not actually good for you, especially when you're looking at suntan lotions, etc. There's a lot of junky things that we don't want to put in our body. And of course, it always amazes me that people are, very careful about their diet, but then there's not that careful about what they put on their skin. As soon as you put it on your skin, it gets absorbed into your body. So take a look at what you're putting on your body also. So fermented foods. Fermented foods are a great addition if you're not already using them within your diet for a whole bunch of reasons. It boosts the probiotic level within your system, and probiotics have a huge impact upon your immune system. They help your body deal with the bad bacteria the way it should be able to. If you've been on antibiotics at all in the last 5 years, then you should be taking a probiotic, a probiotic that you purchase from a store, ideally the refrigerated ones. You can buy the ones that aren't. They're enteric coated, so it in theory it gets the probiotic into your system, but I think a lot of the bacteria are killed off before then. So ideally, if you have been on antibiotics in the last year to a few years, then you're going to want to take a pretty high level of probiotic up to 45, 55 billion active cultures. Do that for 1 to 2 bottles, and then you can drop it down to 10, 30, and then 10. But get some really good probiotics into your system. There's also prebiotics that you can purchase. I purchased one out of the States called, I forget what it's called. If you want the information, I can send it to you. But it is out of the States, but it is a really great one, and I love it. And I don't take it every day. And I think this is one thing with supplements, right? To not take them every day. If you're taking something every day, then it's probably acting as a bandage. Now, there are certain things that I recommend. The good multivitamin, good multivitamin, multimineral, the vitamin D, which I'll talk about in a minute, omega-3s or the 6-9s, and extra fiber. If you depends upon your diet, although the majority of us need extra fiber. So, and it's one other one, but I'm drawing a blank on that one right now. So, but only those ones. If you're taking a whole bunch of supplements, and you've been taking them for years, I would suggest that they're not doing anything for you anymore. Just like, vitamin C, people take vitamin C or vitamin E, things like that. And it's really important to give your body a break once in a while and not take it. Your body just doesn't need it all the time. If you've got a cold or you feel sniffles or whatever, take the vitamin C, but then take a really high dose of it, like 8,000 or 9,000 international grams, and then slowly back off from it. From there, your body will just get rid of whatever it can't use, but it'll give you that boost for that short period of time. Even with COVID right now, there are certain supplements that I will talk about in a minute that I would suggest that you take. But for now, you don't need to take supplements every day other than those few that I mentioned. Fermented foods. So fermented foods such as sorry, I got a phone call, so that distracted me. Fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, there's fermented tofu, and there's so many different ones out there. So I'm drawing a blank because I got distracted. So yeah, try those. You can't get enough probiotics from yogurt or any of these really fermented foods. If you've been on antibiotics, you're going to need to take that supplement. But as a maintenance thing, you can take each one of these. Kefir, of course, kombucha, there goes a few more of them. So they will all help build the probiotic level within your system, the good bacteria that your body needs to fight off the bad bacteria. So fermented foods, limit your sugars. Sugars cause irritation in the body. They lead to obesity, type 2 diabetes. All of these cause inflammation in the body. When you are obese or heavily overweight, then your body is filled with inflammation, unfortunately, and it's challenging. If your body has to deal with inflammation, it has less of the tools necessary to boost the immune system and fight off diseases. So ideally getting to your ideal weight, whatever that is for you, and or your right size body, then that's a great way to go and to find better health that way. And when you limit your sugars, and ideally you're going to limit them to about 5% of your caloric intake, so you're getting into a keto diet, then you're going to reduce that inflammation. And that's one of the huge benefits of a keto diet, is that is the reduced inflammation, along with better sleep, weight loss if you're doing it right, better moods, better skin, so many different things about the keto diet that have benefits, including allowing your immune system to work at a higher level. Moderate exercise, not really intense, prolonged exercise, that can be inflammation causing within your body, but moderate exercise, 2 to 3 times a week will do so much for you, and flush out your system, especially if you're hydrated. Flush out that system and get your system working at a more optimal level than if you're just not doing anything. It gets your lymph system working better. There's so many benefits that we all know. Our brain works better, we're in better moods, etc., from exercising. Staying hydrated. Ideally, you're drinking at least 6 to 8 ounce glasses of water a day. If you exercise and you need to drink more, if you're drinking coffee or caffeinated tea, then you need to drink more alcohol, you need to drink more. All of these things, when you're hydrated at a sufficient level, then your body just functions better, your brain functions better, your joints function better, your skin can release toxins better. Everything about your body functions at a higher level when you are hydrated. If you have headaches, it's entirely possible that you are dehydrated. If you feel hungry all the time, it could be that you're thirsty rather than hungry. So get yourself hydrated. Ideally, you're drinking that 6 to 8 glasses, but ideally I'd like you to boost it up to at least 10 to 12 glasses, 8 ounce glasses a day. And that may seem like a lot, but you work around it and you start to feel better, and you can see how your skin functions better and your brain functions better. When you're hydrated, coming from a place of dehydration, there's a significant difference in how good you feel. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water. If you don't like water, there's all kinds of really good essential oils out there. Make sure you get the ones that are designed for human consumption to take into your body internally, as opposed to just on your skin, although as we know there really shouldn't be a difference on that one. But with a drop, lemon flavor, lime flavor, or get one of those containers, those vessels that you can put in like cucumbers or strawberries or something along that lines. Chlorophyll is great. Put a tablespoon of chlorophyll in the water to boost your hemoglobin levels, which will boost your iron levels, which could give you more energy. And supplements. So there are lots and lots of supplements, pre-mixed supplements that are out on the market, and they can be really good for you. But try some. I sell a line called Prove It. It's all associated with the keto diet, and it has a really great immune booster that you drink in water every day, or when you feel like you need it. And so that's a really great product that I highly recommend to anyone. If you want more information, just let me know. But amazing supplements: vitamin E, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, about 75 milligrams of zinc a day. Or there's a homeopathic remedy where you could take zinc every day, and you can take it every day if you're in a place where you're concerned. Once again, I don't recommend taking supplements or remedies for long periods of time, but you can take it for a month and take a month off, or 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, whatever. But zinc is an amazing antioxidant, very powerful antioxidant. In particular for COVID, there is evidence that it prevents your body from allowing the COVID virus to actually make its way into the body from the sinuses, etc., and other openings. Vitamin D. If you haven't been taking vitamin D, I would suggest taking at least 7 to 10,000 international units a day. And ideally, you're going to buy the liquid, which is, where make sure you read the bottle, because 1 drop is 1,000 international units. So obviously it makes it simpler to use. If you have been taking it for a while, probably at this time of year, you could take 5,000 international units. And in the summer, if you get out and have your skin exposed without suntan lotion on it every day, then you can drop it down to 3,000. But for most people, if you stick with that 5,000 to 7,000 international units a day, that's going to bring your body to sufficient levels, not only to boost your immune system, and it's proven to be very effective against viruses, but also it reduces your risk of cancer. And, any of these antioxidants make your body less inflamed and make your body less acid. And when your body is less acid, then cancer diseases can't survive in an alkaline environment. So it's really good for you on so many levels to get your body to a sufficient level where it is less inflamed, where it is functioning at a higher level. Ashwagandha is an amazing adaptogen. It's a plant, but it's put into a supplement form. With ashwagandha, it's like almost like a ginseng, but it stimulates your body to heal itself where healing is necessary. It is something that you would have to take for 3 to 6 months at least, because it takes that long to get levels enough in your body and to get your body stimulated to heal itself. But this is one of the things with supplements, right? Is that they take a while. We've got to build up enough levels, high enough, sufficient levels in your body to have your body able to utilize it. And then from there, have it that functioning at the level that it's supposed to. So it's stimulating your body, it's stimulating your immune system to function at a higher level. So as much as possible, ashwagandha is a great supplement. You can pick it up from any good health store. I'm sure Amazon sells it, and just take what's recommended on the bottle. And there's one thing, for the homeopathic remedies, what's recommended on the little tiny, do I have one here? Little tiny supplement homeopathic pellet bottle is to don't take what's recommended on the bottle. That's for acute imbalances that are taking place. If you are taking a homeopathic remedy, zinc or selenium or something along that lines, then you would just take 1 a day. And this is the thing with homeopathic remedies, depending upon the potency, but I would just probably pick up a 30 and, just take it once a day as you feel you need it. And see, here's one of the things, as you get more in touch with your body and your body actually feels healthier, you can come to recognize when your body's in a state of balance and when it's not. All the symptoms that you experience, headache, anxiety, depression, aches and pains in your joint, digestive issues, constipation, diarrhea, all these things are just signs from your body that it's being challenged to heal itself. And when you come to recognize that, you can actually pay attention to what your body's telling you. And when something occurs, you can come to recognize what it's telling you. So, a lot of us eat foods that we don't realize the correlation between the food that you put in your body 4 or 5 hours ago and how you're run down in energy right now, or your stomach is upset, or you've got diarrhea. So start to notice what your body is telling you so you can start to correlate between what you put into your body and its effect upon you. A food and mood diary is a great way to do this. Starting out with clients that have digestive issues, I always get them to do it, and it measures, you write down how much food, like the food that you ate that day, and what your mood was like, how much water you drank, how many bowel movements you had, how much sleep you had. And ideally, bowel movements, yes, you're having at least 1 a day. And ideally, we are designed to have 2 to 3 a day. But at least 1 a day. If you're having less than that, please drink more water, take in some fiber, do something about it, because if that feces gets stored up in your body, it starts to actually get reabsorbed, and you know where to go from there. But also the bad bacteria sits longer in your system, and we don't want that. So ashwagandha is a great supplement to take to boost the immune system over a period of time. I would recommend it for a lot of people, but this is where learning to muscle test is a great thing to do. And you can muscle test. There's a number of different ways, but it can be as simple. Our bodies know what it needs and what they need and don't need. And, some people pull through this, saying a yes is easy to pull through, and a no is easy to pull through, and a yes, you've got greater strength. I teach all of my clients to stand there with your straight up and down, but with your hips loose and your knees loose so that you can move, and just say yes, 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 either with your eyes closed out loud or just in your head, and see which way your body goes so you can determine what your yes is. And then always to confirm by doing no, 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 and ideally you will go in the opposite direction. So if I say yes, 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 I start to fall forward. And if I say no, 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 I start to fall backwards. And so forward is my yes. And so I can hold a supplement and say, it is for my best. It's always a statement. It's not a question. And it's always just a very simple one, because you don't want multiple answers, or, you only want a yes or no. So it is for my best and greatest good to take this supplement. I get a yes, and great. So I do that with all of my supplements in the morning. And some days I take some supplements, and other days I don't, just because of what my body tells me that day that it needs. You can do the same thing with foods, and even to how many drops of a supplement you should be taking. So it is, obviously it may seem slightly subjective, but I know that it works for me. So it's try it and see. But there's so much information out there. But get your immune system boosted right now if you're concerned at all. This is, I don't know why there's such a huge focus with all the issues with the vaccine and the testing and everything like that there's not a discussion about boosting your immune system and bringing your body to a higher level so it can fight off anything that it's exposed to, whether it's COVID or the flu virus, or anything. Boost your immune system and you will feel better, and your whole system can come into alignment the way it's supposed to. So just to summarize, to boost your immune system: better sleep, better diet, healthy fats, whole foods, plant-based foods, fermented foods. Limit your sugars, ideally to a 5% of your caloric intake. So if you're eating 1,800 calories a day, only 5% of that should come from your carbs and sugars. So moderate exercise, get enough water into your body. And yes, coffee, you do need to take in more water. It's a natural diuretic. So, and caffeinated tea, it's the same thing. Alcohol, same thing. You need to, obviously with alcohol, you need to take in more. And supplement, vitamin D, E, C, zinc, ashwagandha, garlic, echinacea, all these things will help your body function the way it's supposed to, so that it can take care of itself and keep you feeling as good as you're meant to feel and bring you to a place of wellness. It's Joanna Rogister, Wellness Renegade, Joanna Rogister, Soul Alchemist. And this has been Real Talk Soul Alchemy Wellness Edition. And as a wellness renegade, I use natural therapies to heal myself, and I teach my clients how to get more in touch with who they are so they can use natural therapies themselves. And as Soul Alchemist, I teach you about getting in touch, coming to realize what your story is so you can understand your soul purpose. So Speak Up and Empower is an online community of heart-centered people that are focused on creating a world that they envision for themselves, a world that brings you more, or if you're searching for more, gives you the tools that you need to find more. Check out Speak Up and Empower at speakupandempower.com. Otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday at 10:30 or on Thursday for Real Talk Soul Alchemy. This week, I've got a wonderful person that's going to be joining me, and she is going to talk about her story, and she has experienced a loss, and she's going to share the emotions that she felt with that loss, in particular loss of a child that was after being born. So join me on Thursday at 12:30 with Melissa Schnell from Germany. Thank you very much. Have a great day.